And hello visuals, welcome back channel, welcome back to the Visual Guys Entertainment News, where if you listen to my Deadpool and Wolverine spoiler heavy review, you'll know that it's a Chris-free weekend, which is always a downer because I like to hear what Chris has been up to on the week and what he's been watching show-wise and film-wise, and I want to get his full in-depth review for Deadpool and Wolverine, so hopefully you can get it next week. It's also not that anybody's going to give a shit. It's also why the entertainment news, instead of the Visual Guys Ramble On, is up on a Tuesday, because I just thought, let's do a spoiler-heavy review for Deadpool, nice and short, and we'll do a nice little short entertainment news for the visuals, and we can talk all the cool things RDJ related that happened at San Diego Comic-Con, and any other little bits and whatnot that I've seen. So, visuals, here we go, it's the entertainment news. So I'll try and keep it relatively short. I am still a little bit gammy, but I just need to stretch over. And there we go, get my notes, we'll see what I've got written down and whatnot. Should we jump straight onto the biggie? RDJ back as Tony Stark. Wait, no, he's not. He's back as the one, the only Victor Von Doom. Dr. Doom, he's back wearing a mask. Well, what is it that RDJ said? Said same task, different mask. So that in itself says quite a lot. And this has been a roller coaster of an announcement. When he got announced, everyone at Comic-Con went absolutely berserk. But to be fair, if you're in an audience and RDJ just revealed himself on stage, no matter what, if he says I'm playing fucking Tinky Winky in a Teletubbies film, people are going to lose their mind because RDJ, everybody loves him. He's a phenomenal actor. He seemed like an amazing bloke. It's quite a good story, the story of RDJ from, you know, his troubled past to where he is now and stuff like that. So everybody's going to go nuts regardless. Yes, the man himself is back, and we're going to see him wearing the green of Victor Von Doom. Yeah, a lot of people think it's a little bit, okay, why is he coming back? The obvious answers, and I don't think anybody can deny it. Obviously it's a huge cash grab. It's a safe bet. Okay, who was our big anchor and who was our big kicking off point of the MCU, and who did everybody love? They loved RDJ. They loved Iron Man. Let's bring RDJ back and see what happens. I don't think anyone's going to argue with that, but I am on the side of the fence where I think this is absolutely amazingly beautiful. I am so happy and so ecstatic and so over the moon that they brought RDJ back. Before he revealed himself, there was a couple of little rumors, and of course as well alongside him we have the Russo brothers directing Avengers. What we got now, Doomsday and Secret Wars. I think it's in that order. Yeah, they're doing Doomsday then Secret Wars. So they're back, which is also another massive shout. The Russo brothers, not just for comic book films and films in general, brilliant directors. But yeah, I think this is an outstanding choice. The thing that I love most about this is I love the poetry about it. Okay, who was our main man? Who was our main hero? There's been talks now with Deadpool, Wolverine saying it. Who has been our anchor being of the MCU? Who's been, you know, the person holding up the pillars and making the MCU so great? RDJ, Iron Man. So what better way to, not literally, but metaphorically, try and tear down the MCU as we know it, try and tear down the heroes, be the other side of the coin for a while, be the big bad, be the end goal, well, the potential end goal, I think, because I don't think Doom's going to be kicking around as just a little villain. He's going to be the villain, which is completely amazing, absolutely fine with. I quite like the poetry to it all. I quite like the idea of, again, we don't know how they're going to tell the stories. We don't know. Well, I'm fairly confident it's not a Tony Stark variant. I genuinely believe that this is Victor Von Doom. It's yes, he may look like a Tony Stark that we recognize, but he is from whichever Earth he's from. He is Victor Von Doom. Yes, in his Earth, he might have had some similar experiences, like the what the fuck was it called now? What the fuck was it called? Infamous Iron Man. And of course, the stuff like that happened between at the end of Secret Wars. It was 2 this time, though, wasn't it? If I remember correctly. We've had a lot of similarities, and there was a What If edition, wasn't there, where Reed and Tony were roommates and stuff. There's Doctor Doom and Iron Man do share quite a few similarities. They've had quite I wouldn't say fully connected, but a relatively connected past. They have their lives and their stories have interwoven quite a few times together. So it's quite perfect symmetry. It's not like two random polar opposites of I don't know who would be a random massive polar opposite, like Spider-Woman and Doctor Doom. You know, they're not completely tied together. So it does, to me, make sense. There's been all kinds of theories and thoughts and whatnot about who this could be. And like I said, people saying, is it a Tony Stark variant? Is it just Victor Von Doom? Have they come from this? And so many theories. I don't want to break down that route because we could be here all fucking day just talking about it could be this, it could be that. Well, hang on a sec, because if they tie it in from that and it's coming from there, we know that he's going to make a brief appearance in the Fantastic Four, and boy, oh boy, does it sound fucking amazing, this film. And the clip that we got from San Diego Comic-Con that somebody must have leaked, oh, the team are back. I cannot wait to see. Yes, I might question my sexuality a bit here. Everybody knows I love Pedro Pascal. Everybody knows that I love Pedro Pascal. Absolutely adore that bastard. I can't wait to see him as Reed Richards, being all smart and fucking, just stretching about, and depending how they make the suits look, I think they're going to go for the normal, typical, mostly bright blue, but with certain dark blue bits, and the 4 in the centre and shit like that. I think that's the way they're going to go, but I could be correct. I could be proven wrong on that. But yeah, so we might see him in Fantastic Four. The Fantastic Four news, like I said, in itself sounds amazing. So there's so many routes we can go down. There's so many avenues. But like I said, the biggest thing that I love about this is the poetry and the symbolism and this whole full circle. Because obviously, I don't know if it'll be the last film, but we'll be coming to the end of the MCU after Secret Wars is all played out and stuff. I don't think there'll be any more going forward. Because obviously, if I'm sure, the MCU, they were going to originally aim for 6 phases and then leave it at that. But obviously, we're already in phase 5 now, if I'm correct. So hey, yo, fuck knows, maybe they do extend it a little bit more when we start telling new fresh stories or what. No idea. But yeah, personally, amazing, over the moon. So happy that RDJ's back. So happy that he's Doctor Doom. People speculated, saying this could be like a little red herring. This could be a Doom, yes, but this Doom could be eradicated quickly, and then we get onto a real Doom. If that is even the case, I'll be happy. I'm looking forward, again, this isn't me thinking this, well, it is, but loads of people have thought this. I'm not breaking any new shit here. But the idea of Tom Holland being there, seeing this face of what he thinks is Tony Stark, like, oh my god, you're back, so over the moon, so happy, especially when Peter is currently on his own. In synopsis, that might be what Spider-Man 4 is about him being on his own and using Spider-Man as a bit of a drug, because, you know, he feels, people know him as Spider-Man, but not as Peter Parker. Anyway, that's a different talk for when we get actual confirmation on that. But just seeing this face that he thinks that he knows, and then all of a sudden turning on him and like hitting him or pushing him back or sending him away, being like, who are you, and stuff like this, and having to see this not real but father and son in terms of figures then go at it would be, just, like I said, poetry, and that is just fucking outstanding and beautiful. I love it. But let me know what you think of that one in the comments below. Some of you guys might absolutely hate it, which is fair enough. It's each to their own and stuff, but I'm absolutely over the moon with it. Quickly speak on DC. We did have a couple of things. I think we got, was it a new announcement or a new trailer for Lois and Clark or Superman, or whatever the fuck they've called it. But I think the biggest thing we got from DC, their biggest thing was we got a nice new logo. It's actually a really cool logo. It feels a lot more vintage and old school and old OG DC. It looks absolutely phenomenal, sir. We got that. Another huge key component that we got was a new trailer for Rings of Power out on the, Jesus Christ, I want to say the 31st of October, but I can't remember, August, but I can't remember if August even got 31 days in it. The back end of August, we got about a month or so to go. But the trailer we got on this, oh my God, I'm so ready, I'm so there, I'm so down. Again, people were a bit up and down with the Rings of Power Season 1. I personally didn't mind it. I quite enjoyed it. Yes, I think whenever we get a Lord of the Rings project going forward, I don't think we'll ever capture the magic and what made that trilogy so special. I don't think we'll ever capture that again. But there's no reason why we still can't have fun expanding the world, well, at least the live-action world, because, of course, I know they've got a few liberties that they take in this. They're not completely down with Tolkien's actual history and stuff. There's one or two things that they've changed, but I'm so happy and more than happy to carry on expanding the live action world, seeing where we go, seeing what stories we can tell. A big disagreement that a few people find themselves on, one between my girlfriend, I can't remember the guy's name, but Galadriel, the young actress playing her, I'm absolutely over them. I think she does a great job. My girlfriend's on the other end of it. She doesn't quite like it or quite buy into it, which again, fair enough, each of their own, as I keep saying. But you'll have to let us know what you think. If you're a thumbs up for this Galadriel and thumbs down, like I said, obviously the trilogy and the Hobbit and stuff, it's more the Lady Galadriel. Obviously this is more the warrior and stuff. So I really like it. We're seeing Barrow Whites, we're seeing Balrog shenanigans, we're going to be more and Moria, we're going to see Elrond get a bit more battle action, we're going to see rings or, ring being forged and whatnot. We're going to have such a great time. I can't wait for season 2. We're going to get the first 3 episodes on the release day, if it is the 31st, whichever day it is, we're going to get the first 3 episodes, which, again, I'm so fucking over the moon and so happy with. We got another little look at Transformers 1, a slightly darker tone. We had the light-hearted, but we see the end and the eventual, which obviously we all know is coming anyway, because fucking hell, we know Transformers. But the eventual split of Megatron and Optimus forming the Decepticons, forming Autobots, we're seeing that. I'm so excited for this film as well. I think Chris is a bit up and down because it's animated and whatnot. But the last few animated stuff I've had from worlds that we love, like Spider-Man, like TMNT, like this. Not a problem. Bring it on. I will take the animated stuff. I think it looks beautifully animated. I think obviously when you first say, okay, wait, so Optimus is now Chris Hemsworth. Love Chris Hemsworth, but you're sort of like, oh, this is not. But I'm sure everyone's going to do a great service to their respective characters and whatnot. I can't wait. It looks fun. It looks great. It looks amazing. Joker, I only put this on there because I think me and Chris spoke about this last week. I can't remember what. New Joker trailer. I'm fairly certain we did speak about it. We have to let know in the comments below if we didn't. We'll speak more about it next week. But it looks fun. Next weekend's viewings for me and Chris definitely, but I don't know if Chris will be coming to the other one because I don't know if he's that bothered about it, plus time-wise, is for the film Trap is out and Borderlands. I think me and Chris will be seeing Borderlands on the night at some point, which is, again, absolutely amazing. Can't wait. Beautiful. Bring it on. Let's do it. But I think right after work, a couple of work lads, we're just going to quickly go watch Trap. Then I'll go home, chill, wait for Chris. I can't wait for both of them. Trap's been, and I think Borderlands have had a few early mixed reviews. I didn't think Borderlands really was going to blow anybody away anyway. I think the main hardcore fans of the games, which isn't me, even though I've completed and love the games, I wouldn't say I'm a hardcore fan. I'm certainly a big fan, but I think as long as the people of the games are serviced first, I think it will do well enough. And Trap just looks fun. It's somehow made a trailer for a guy who's a psychotic murderer. Make me feel sympathy for him, being like, oh, you're trapped here, hopefully you get out. Fuck knows I've done that. Manipulated my stupid, dumb little mind. And then I've got one more. No, tell a lie. This weekend, it's the start of the 8 weeks of Spider-Man. Obviously, it won't be going with Chris, but I don't think Chris will be completely bothered anyway. But at start, we'll go for a couple of boys from work, and then right after that, it's SummerSlam. Amazing weekend on the cast, amazing weekend on the horizon. Cannot fucking wait. So we're going to see the original Spider-Man next week, Spider-Man 2, then Spider-Man 3, and so on and so forth for the amazing, all the way into the home films. So leaves us with what have I got written down? Oh, we'll quickly mention as well, I saw the Jonathan Majors review. I think it's his first thing. I don't know if it was TMZ or whatever. Speaking about how he felt about RDJ replacing, not him as Kang, but replacing RDJ's Doom, replacing Kang as the main villain. And I think he seemed a little bit good. I don't know. It's a weird one because, see, Jonathan Majors was found guilty, if I remember correctly. I'm sure he was found guilty. So you kind of have to think, well, you don't deserve to really carry on then, because obviously the crime, it was domestic abuse or whatever it was. But on the other hand, it is also a shame. I'm glad that he got found guilty. I'm glad that the people that needed justice got their justice. But it's such a shame that he turned out and did stuff like that, because he's such a phenomenal actor from Lovecraft Country. Loved him in Creed. And I personally liked this Kang. I loved him as Kang. I thought, I'm happy to go down this Kang route and see where we go. Different Kangs from here, there, a Skull Krang and all, Krang Kang and all this. So it's a shame all around. Of course, the serious matter's been addressed and he's been done, and he shouldn't be able to benefit off losing a court case for doing such bad crimes and whatnot. But I'm assuming he'll be forgiven at some point in the future. That kind of seems to be the case, especially if you're big in Hollywood. People forget in no time, which is a shame. But it's a weird one, because obviously I don't want a guilty person to be able to then make these films and have loads of money. But on the other hand, I'm like, we're missing out on a fantastic talent. I guess that's just me being silly, though, and living in the world of films and wanting the world of films to succeed and shit. We should be on the side of the people that got... Anyway, but yeah, I saw the interview. It's quite an interesting one. Check it out if you haven't seen it already. I'm going to end on, quickly... where's my notes? Yeah. House of Dragon. It's episode. At the time of recording, we're only up to episode 7. But by the time this video comes out, the episode 8 will be out. In fact, no, my girlfriend informed me the other day that apparently episode 8 got leaked early. So there might be people out now at the time of recording who've already watched episode 8. I think I'm going to go and watch the season finale with my girlfriend, of course, because House of Dragon and Game of Thrones, all that kind of stuff, is her real jam. I'm not huge on the world of Game of Thrones and stuff, but I will say, right, I will say she's been giving me like sort of mini history lessons on the world of Westeros and the Aegon the Conqueror and where he come from, Valyria, and all the back stuff and these different dragons. And it's one thing, it's kind of nice because I don't mind stuff being spoiled. If I can know the outcome of a show or a film, whatever, I'll happily take it. I don't know why. I just like it. I like the journey, not so much the final result. That sounded fucking cheesy as fuck, didn't it? But it's been quite nice. But it's at the same time, right, as a show that I keep saying I'm not, massive fat, like, in love with, it's been breaking my heart watching these dragons die, and I know which dragon's going to get killed by when, and which rider or which Targaryen or whatever, who's going to kill who, and what route we're going to go down, the battle between, Damien and Caraxes, which I fucking love. I didn't like Caraxes at first, because I thought it was weird with the wings on the back, but my girlfriend explained him a bit more about him being the bloodworm. Not a worm, but the bloodworm. I think I'm saying that correctly. And the way that he moves and stuff. I fell in love with him a hell of a lot more. And I've been watching loads of videos breaking down all the different dragons and who's more powerful and, who's going to combat this and how old are them and how young are them and stuff like that. But, yeah, as much as I wasn't a big Game of Thrones guy, I thought the show was a bit meh. It had its great moments, its fight sequences, a couple of characters I really fell in love with. Bronn of the Blackwater, I think. When I say that, I always have to look at my girlfriend and be like, have I said that correctly? He was funny. There were one or two moments, but overall I thought the show was okay. I personally thought it was predictable and a bit lackluster. And I know that the book fans were absolutely up in arms because of the way that it destroyed a lot of these characters that you lot have spent a lot of time investing in and becoming to, fall in love with and whatnot. And I know George South Park reference, wasn't happy on the ending and stuff like that. I don't even know if you guys are getting your books anytime soon. I know my girlfriend's ready for is it the Song of Ice and Fire? They're the next books. Fuck knows. I know they're ready to come out soon, but I think the House of Dragon book readers, I think they're pretty much on a whole quite happy with the show and how this particular show's going. I know there's still another book to come from this, if I've heard my girlfriend correctly. Sorry if I haven't. If anything I say is wrong, it's not because of her telling me, it's because of me remembering and shit like that. But anyway, my point I'm trying to say is I've been really enjoying House of Dragon, like so friggin' much. Like every week when I text my girlfriend, I've been watching the show before, for fuck's sake, and being like, oh my god, this was a good episode, or that was it, or this happened, or oh my god, this is happening. Just being overall completely excited or completely heartbroken. The episode where, oh god, I'm gonna get some names wrong here. Eye Patch Boy with his big Vega, the big girly. When that took out the older ladies, her and her dragon, and the way that the dragon looked back, I literally paused the episode and went downstairs, remade a coffee and a fag, and I'm literally, my eyes are watering, thinking I can't do this. A CGI dragon that I don't really care. It's not Blue Eyes the White Dragon. It's not fucking Dragonite from Pokemon. It's a dragon from a world that I don't really care about. It's just fucking sent me into an absolute crippling state. I'm in love with quite a few characters. I really like the Seahorse guy. Sorry, any of you House of Dragon nuts out there, I keep forgetting people's names. The Seahorse guy, I love him, and I know his ending isn't as dramatic as other people's, I've been informed. I love Rhaenyra, but I don't like how her story's going to end. It's not that I don't like it, I just feel awful for her. I have quite a big soft spot for Alicent as well. The episode 7 where she sort of said to the guard guys, like, I might not go back to the city and whatnot. Sorry, spoilers. And then she has a little swim in the lake, and I kind of felt bad for her. I'm definitely going to feel bad for Rhaenyra. The king, I don't necessarily hate, even though I know what's going to happen to him and what he's going to do whenever it ends, season 3, season 4, however many seasons we get. But at the minute, I kind of a little bit feel bad for him and stuff. I absolutely adore Matt Smith and him as Daemon. Because, again, I can't speak for what he's like in the books and how good they've got it from the books. You'll have to speak to an actual reader and an expert on that. But I've really enjoyed his performance as Daemon. People are saying the Harrenhal stuff's very filler and a bit boring. Personally, I haven't minded. We've been watching this sort of inner battle he's been having, and I've kind of liked where we saw this cocksure, very ready, very slightly egotistical Damien to what we see now, sort of battling with stuff, having the whatever they are, visions or dreams, whatever they are, of like his brother and actually embracing him in these dreams and stuff. Because his brother, played by Paddy, whatever the fuck his name was, phenomenal. He was the takeaway season 1. He was outstanding. We really did enjoy Paddy in that. What else threw me off? My girlfriend told me that. Sorry, there's gonna be a lot of my girlfriend because she's my go-to expert in all things Westerosi and all that shit. I didn't know how many twins there were. Like the guy that's on the council for the people that are in King's Landing. They're the Greens, aren't they? I think they're the Greens. I didn't realise that the Lannister bloke, is he the Master of Coin? Whatever he is. I didn't realise he had a twin. Every time we saw him, I just thought it was him, but it's not. It's a twin. Apparently there's a lot of twins in this story, and there's a lot of confusing similar names and stuff like that. I want to say about episode 7 quickly, maybe some of the best television I've watched in a while. Now, maybe not necessarily because of story route, but because of visuals. Visuals are not just my beautiful visuals, but visuals are a huge part of my storytelling experience. I love when they make something look amazing, and the shot they had of Rhaenyra and, I'm gonna fucking say this name wrong, Varaxes? Was it Varaxes the Bronze or whatever he's called, the second largest dragon, whatever its name was. Seeing him slowly come from I think is it called the Dragon Pit, when they're in Dragonstone, that little lair thing they're in, whatever they're in, coming up behind and just looking proper, just scary and so beautiful, but at the same time very elegant and regal and majestic, and then causing all kinds of chaos and destruction as well. The 2 dragons that have just joined her side, I know how it ends with all that shenanigans, which is just, oh my fucking god, it's going to break my head. Because it was a nice final shot of Rhaenyra with the dragons behind her and stuff like that, just looking badass and amazing. But the way they made the dragon come up and the gargling and the noise and it was such a fucking beautiful episode. It looked great. And then we get the other dragon where the lad's in the cave and he steps in like the little gooey thing with the eggs in it, and the dragon wakes up sort of like, yeah, you'll do. I'll have you as a rider. And it's the 2 different dragons, one being an absolute arsehole to tame, the other one being, no, it's fine, just hop aboard. We can chill and do some stuff. But it was a great episode. It's been a great season. Yes, I know there's people saying that there's some filler and whatnot, and I'm not going to argue with book readers of the show, because you're the ones that need to be pleased first, because you were the ones that helped made the franchise so big as it was. So I think the book readers' opinions matter first, and then the little casuals like me come in second. So if they're saying it's this or that, well, I won't argue. But for me personally, I've been having fun with it, seeing all that Damon doing his stuff and the plotting and the scheming and building up armies, and with this, and we've got to go here, we try and recruit them and go to this different location or that location. I don't know if the Stark lot, I know a lot of you nerdy Game of Thrones lot went nuts when we had a Stark intro. Obviously didn't hit me like it hit you, because it was just another intro to me. But I don't know if we're expecting to see him again anytime soon. But I don't feel like that anything's happened there. He said he had 2,000 men that can come down and fight and stuff. But House of the Dragon, whatever it's called, it's been a whirlwind. It's been great for me. 1 episode to go. I'm actually, again, from somebody that's not the biggest fan of this sort of stuff, because when it comes to fantasy and stuff like that, I hold Lord of the Rings far too high. It's unfair on other fantasies. I completely understand that. I just hold Lord of the Rings in too much of a high standard. Whenever a fantasy comes out, I'm like, didn't quite touch Lord of the Rings. So, which is just such a stupid outlook. I get it. I just think I'm blinded by my love for Lord of the Rings. But it's been phenomenal. I'm gonna miss it. So I can't wait for season 3. Luckily, my girlfriend, she's got loads of little books and books with artwork and stuff like that. She can fill us in and say, oh, this bit, and we got this to come. And I love sitting and having a little. It's like a genuine history lesson. Obviously, it's fiction. It's not real. But it's like being sat in history class, and history was always my favourite subject. So it's fun listening, and they were king at the time, and they eventually take the throne, they were next in line, and they rid this dragon, they were at this battle. I love sitting and listening about and hearing about it all. So maybe I should have a crack at the books. Obviously, my kind of book reading, I've done Lord of the Rings and stuff, and my girlfriend's been, she's very heavy into books, and she's been lending me a couple. I recently did some of the Hannibal stuff. maybe I should have a crack at the books. I don't know if my stupid, dumb little kapow, whoop, and comic book mind could handle. I don't know how hard they are to read, but maybe I should tackle them. Maybe my love for Game of Thrones will shoot up a little bit more. But regardless of, say I fall in love with Game of Thrones in the future, I don't think it will compare to House of Dragon. I've really been enjoying House of Dragon, so long may it continue. Well, I say long may it continue. I don't think there's going to be like a 10-season thing for House of Dragon. In my personal guess, 4 maybe. I don't know. I don't know how much longer we've got to get to certain plot points about a certain battle, or when Rhaenyra gets here, and I don't know how much more story there is left to tell. But if they filled out, if people are saying there's filler episodes of Harrenhal stuff, maybe they could fill another 5 to 6 seasons. Who knows? In my head, I'd say 3, 4, but yeah, I'm not the best person to give that guess. But visuals, House of Dragon, massive billion out of 10 for me. Just I've got no issues with it, loving it, and the rest of it amazing. RDJ back as Doctor Doom. Let me know what you think of that. Let me know what you think of House of Dragon. Let me know what you think of Fantastic Four. Let me know what you think of anything, Deadpool, Wolverine, whatever it is. But visuals, thank you. That's been the entertainment news. Remember, keep being you and keep on keeping on.